Bharat Dynamics, that's the stock which is currently in focus. They've set quite a bit of ambitious growth targets where they aim to double their revenue within 2 to 3 years and targeting 10,000 crore rupees of turnover by FY30. Here out excerpts of that exclusive conversation that my colleague Sajid had with the CMD, which is A. Madhavarao, on their order book outlook, exports push, and of course, capacity utilization plans as well.
As far as the order books with respect to BDL is concerned, you are aware that we are around 22,000 crores by the end of last financial year. And over the period in this financial year, we have already moved to 26,000 plus crores in this financial year. And we expect to get a few more orders before the close of this year, something to the tune of another 10,000 crores. Yeah, please.
So you will end your financial year FY26 at a little over 36,000 crores in order book. Is that the ballpark figure?
That's the estimate as of now.
Sir, you've been able to provide, and the execution has been much better for you. Which are the platforms that you're working on, and what is the kind of execution plan for that?
Yeah, as far as the platforms, like you're aware that we are working on various weapon systems, starting from the anti-tank to the surface-to-air, air-to-air, and many others. So broadly, on the perspective of what we are looking at from the delivery of these weapon systems, it takes a different timeline for different programs. Generally, it ranges as short as 1 year to something to about 5 to 7 years also. So the order books that are coming to us will be spread over the next 5 to 7 years.
And what about your other platforms like Akash and Varunastra torpedoes and all? Are those part of the order book that you mentioned?
That's right. They are part of it.
And the execution is between 1 year to 7 years. That's what you're saying?
That's true. Basically, weapon systems, there would be something that is for a shorter period because of the numbers. And as you are aware that, you have to store these weapon systems over a period of time, and each of them have a life. So generally, the orders that are received by BDL, they are spread over a period of time. So they commence from something like 12 to 18 months, and thereafter, depending on the requirement and the storage capacities that the user mentions, we supply accordingly.
So you've been able to increase your revenues by 20 to 25% every year. Is that the growth target that you kept for FY26 as well?
Yes, we will be continuing to grow at the same rate, and the next year we are hoping to be better in the perspective that we would be doubling our figures in about 2 to 3 years from now. And the way we have planned out our orders and execution, we should be touching the tripling our turnover over a period of 5 to 7 years.
And sir, if I'm not wrong, you had set a target of around 10,000 crores in revenue by FY30. Is that the target that you're working towards, or will you achieve that much ahead of that?
Yeah, that is the target that we are working towards, and like you said, we should be achieving it ahead of it. But this is what is the, I would say, a more conservative and realistic target that we are working towards.
Sir, a lot of emphasis has been given by the government for the domestic PSUs to defense PSUs to look at the export markets. What is your strategy for the export markets?
Yeah, BDL has done the export market. We have been working on it for quite some time. The last year we had delivered more than 1,200 crores of export. This year we touch about 1,000 crores of exports. And on the export cycle, I would say we should look at a block year of 3 years when, you get fresh orders and then execution of that. So we are hoping to, we have got about 3-4 good leads in the export domain also. We are expecting that in a year's time, we should be able to close one more large deal on the export. And thereafter, for every block year of 3 years, if you look at a large order, that would be our agenda to have at least 25% of our revenue coming from exports.
And that would be by 29, if FY29?
We are already crossed our 25%. Like I said, last year we did 1,200. We are doing this year 1,000. That way we've crossed the figure. But if you take an average over the number of years, it would be working around 25 to 30% of our turnover every year on year.
Sir, the government is also, looking to be Atmanirbhar, not only with respect to our weapons and platform systems, but also with respect to the supply chain management. How geared is BDL towards that?
See, BDL has added more than 500 industrial partners over the last 2 years. We have right now we have more than 3,500 companies who are registered with BDL as industrial partners, and out of which about 1,500 plus are MSMEs. So we are continuously engaging with the various industrial partners, including some startups and MSMEs, to handhold them to develop into good defense manufacturing companies.
Sir, if you can also give us a sense of the kind of pipeline that you are sitting on that can potentially come to you over the next 12 to 18 or 24 months?
Yeah, so like I said, we're looking at about, in the next 18 months, we're looking about another 20 plus 1,000 crores that is likely to come to us in the next 18 months. That is the sort of figure which we are looking at. We are right now 26,000. We're looking at another 3 years, 20,000, and we're trying to achieve the 10,000 per year in 5 to 6 years. So that way, if you look at it, we will be both increasing our revenue as well as our order book.
Sir, will that also include, or if you can give us an idea of which are the platforms that would be coming in as part of the orders, because over a period of time you have also diversified yourself with respect to the offerings that you are able to provide to the armed forces.
Yeah, so see, largely we are very much in sync with what is the armed forces requirements. So we dovetail our production and the capability of reaching the numbers that the armed forces require. And also now that we are looking at the export market, we have set up additional plants in this financial year, or at middle of next year we will be commissioning 2 new plants, one at Jhansi and one closer to Hyderabad itself. So we are enhancing our capacities to meet the envisaged requirements of what we see in the order books and what we can see coming up in the next 5 years or more. So accordingly, we have set up new facilities. They're going to get commissioned by the middle of next year and go in for production immediately after that. Also, we are also in the process of acquisition of additional land to set up larger plants as per the envisaged requirement over the next 5 to 10 years.
Sir, what would be the capex that you would be putting in for setting up these manufacturing facilities over the next, say, 3 to 5 years? Yeah,
about 5 years, we would be looking at about 2,500 to 3,000 crores would be going in for our infrastructure development.
Sir, if you can give us an update on Project Kusha as well. You are you said to be one of the main players who will be participating in that our domestic air defense system. Where are we on that actually?
See, we are definitely one of the partners with DRDO, who's developing various weapon systems. I would rather talk in general terms with respect to the types of weapon systems rather than talk of specific programs. But notwithstanding, I would say that we are part of it, and it is in the developmental phase where we should be going for trials shortly in the next year. That is in 2026, we should be going for trials.
So what would be the timeline for the operationalization of the project, and how big is this in terms of opportunity for BDL?
It's just suffice to say it's a large opportunity, and it is a large size contract, and it is going to be a long-standing one, because this kind of project is going to be there for the country. All both more than one service will be using these systems. So therefore, we look at it as a sustained product for us.
So finally, you're sitting on order book which is 3 to 4 times your revenue, and going forward, as you have given us a good idea of how the new orders are going to come in. What about the execution capabilities there? Means, are you expanding? You said you have some capex in plan up to 3,000 odd crores over the next 3 to 5 years. But will that be enough to execute this large order book that will be coming on your way? You will be having nearly 45,000 crores of order book in the next 18 to 12 months, 24 months.
Absolutely no issue on that count. We have more than adequate capacity even right now to meet the requirements that are envisaged for the current year and the immediate future. And like I said, we are also getting BDL future ready to meet all the requirements that are envisaged over the next 5 to 10 years. With capacity wise, even today, the normal usage capacity is about 60% only of our capacity at the moment.
Are you also
Okay.